Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
But I think the problem is with our people care so much about what somebody is saying and not so much how they say it, what they're doing, and how they're doing it. So, like I said, Umar is trying to open up a school, but he's doing all of this drama. And so the fact that we in the community don't understand that there is a sense of professionalism. If Umar is trying to build or renovate a school, he should not be doing all of these videos talking about updates on the school. Right. It should be, okay, y'all, I'm planning on renovating a school. Here is the plan. I've spoken to some subcontractors, some general contractors to see if they can renovate it. We plan to have it done by 2022. Here's the schedule that I plan on getting everything done. This is how much it's going to cost. This is how much it's going to cost if we fail to meet it. That's what people are talking about. Not only the taxes, but you can tell it's a scam because if you're going to renovate a school, there's a certain deadline. And if you don't meet that deadline for each day that you don't have the school open, there's fines and penalties for that. So the fact that he doesn't even have that, or if he does, he's keeping it a secret, shows me that he has no idea what he's talking about. Because, like I said, I'm a future civil engineering student, and we're doing construction engineering right now. And one of the things he was talking about was job site management and construction management. And we talk about how, there's a schedule, and if you don't meet that schedule, you end up not paying for it. You end up losing bids. That's what happens.
For particular milestones, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just with him, I don't know. He's able to keep enough people. I don't know, in his pocket or.
I get so annoyed. I get so annoyed that we're even talking. You have no idea. The fact that this guy's name comes up is a source of constant irritation for me. Him, Tariq Nasheed, Polite. Well, you just name the black talking head. Why?
They got a lot of our people's ears.
Yeah, it's just so annoying, man.
Yeah. It's amazing. And some
like that Dave Chappelle joke about Ja Rule. It's like, let's see what Ja Rule thinks about. Like, who the fuck cares?
But this is the thing. I would love to completely ignore these people, but it's like you have to be able to respond when somebody does show interest in nationhood, because since those guys are out there and they've got the mic, they've got the floor, their ideas are what's funneling through a lot of our folks' heads, and to have a counter argument or to be able to say, okay, yeah, I heard he said A, B, C, D, and this is why we're saying nationhood is the way to go. He doesn't address this or he doesn't address that. Just to be able to have a counter argument, it's irritating as hell. But some of even if they don't know, even if they don't know who those particular people are, those arguments filter to the community. I was telling you, it was a few weeks ago about somebody I had a conversation with who, to me, it was FBA talking points, even though she didn't realize, I don't think, that that's what she was saying. It was frustrating as hell. And kind of a little bit of that anti-African stuff was coming out, and it was like FBA 101. Even though she didn't,
Yeah.
Wait, who was saying all this?
Say again, Chima?
Who was saying all this stuff?
Well, it was a friend of mine a few weeks back was having a discussion, and forgot what we were. Maybe touching on my trip to Namibia and talking about some other stuff. It was a group of us, and it was just like some of the talking points, and just I was just thinking FBA, even though the name didn't come up of whoever. That's Tariq's group. That name didn't come up. It was just that everything that they spouted, or he spouted, those folks and the ADOS and just that crap. They hit on something with our people. I mean, there's genuine something. And I said, there's nothing wrong with having pride on what our ancestors have been forced to do or what we've accomplished here through incredible odds and the vile treatment that we've been dealing with. No question. But it gets turned into, then you have to have a hostility to everybody else, particularly our people from other places. And I could see that and hear that in the discussion we were having. And I said, even though they don't, the people, I was using that as an example, even though the people that don't know who those leaders are or what those movements are, those feelings are definitely within our community. They hit on something there. They're able to kind of turn it, even though somebody might not, be completely against other groups, other ethnic groups. They could be turned. And it's, it sounds good saying, yeah, I agree with you. We work hard. We built this country, blah, blah, blah. Look at those immigrants and like us. And, they're turned against, if they don't hear us talking about nationhood or giving more perspective or what's happened with our people as a whole, they could be turned with just hearing those folks or those ideas.
Right.
Out there. And that's I'd love to completely ignore these other people, love to, but it's that kind of stuff. It's like it filters through, and it's going to affect people who, say a small number who want a nation, and it's like, okay, you got to be able to respond to that, whatever crap they come up with.
I feel like Bai Mei from those old kung fu pictures, the guy with the white beard. Mm-hmm. Like his style, he had advanced his style so much that he didn't even fight. It's like you would try to approach him aggressively, he would just float away. Like you couldn't put your hands on him. Because the more force you use to try to hit him, the more he would float away from your attack. And that's how I feel sometimes when it comes to these people. Mm-hmm. I've mastered the art of debating these guys to the point where I have a one punch thing. It's not even a whole bunch of interaction. It's just a 1 inch punch, like Bruce Lee.
Like Saitama, right? Like Saitama, One Punch Man.
Yeah, one punch. That's all it takes. Because once they start talking, like the first thing you have to do when you speak to these ADOS and FBA people, and I'm talking about the people who's their sycophants, not so much the them themselves, but the people like you're talking about that follow their talking points. It showed them how little they know about what nationhood is. And all you got to do to show them that is I ask the question, who controls the water supply? That's all I ask them. In your perfect world, your perfect ADOS, FBA world, who controls the water supply? Who controls the electrical lines and the power stations? Who controls the gas pipes? Who controls the highways? Who controls the roads? Who controls the bridges? Who controls the tolls? Who controls the seaports? Who controls the airports? And what they'll do if they're an intelligent person who used to follow that or is currently following that, they will pause and think. Because we all know the answer. Even I don't give a fuck how much FBA and ADOS you are. You know who controls all of those things. And it ain't you, nigga. So what we're saying is, wouldn't it be nice if we controlled those things?
Like, whenever I ask people those things, they always deflect back to like Africa and Caribbean. They always like, how much of Africa and the Caribbean do you Africans control, or how much of the Caribbean do you Jamaicans control?
More than you do.
More than you do. That's right.
At least they got a government.
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of problems, but guess what?
It's their problems.
It's their problems.
You don't control shit. So you trying to give. So the argument is you're going to argue with a person who actually has their own country over somebody that lives in somebody else's country?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
You can't compare to the status right here. Legendary worldwide, we can battle right here. Listen, Junior, I'ma tear back your wig. This ain't TV, but I'll show you what a fear factor is. Stop grilling me, and all that fronting is killing me. You leave me no choice but to hurt your feelings, G.
About to slap rappers around and bruise